There's a difference between being physical and pass interference, and that was way over the line. And it's first down, but they'll try the field goal in the closing seconds of the first half. That is no good. It's still a three-point game after the miss.
Miami 3, Ohio 0.
The Bobcats will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. He's changing the play. Throwing, Mensah. They're all over him. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
Man, this is exactly what you needed to see from this defense to start the second half. If you're down, you got to create some momentum. You got to get your offense a little bit excited. Nice job creating the sack. Perfect start to the second half of this defense.
Fires on the move. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it. They need a huge play on 3rd and long. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Trying to escape and get it himself. He'll make a play on 3rd down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32.
And this QB's really starting to show you something, isn't he? I mean, he's been hit a lot in the pocket, and I just like the toughness. At the end of the run here, he's not sliding because he's been banged up a little bit. Lowering the shoulder, getting the first down, taking some hits, but he's still competing.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Throws to the wideout. It's complete. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its first touchdown. It's 1st and 10. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Finds his tight end. He stopped at the 32, picks up 10 on the play and gets the first down. Trying to save time on defense, they use their 2nd timeout. And they'll have to be very judicious as they only have 1 timeout remaining. Looking for a crease. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. Wanting to stop the clock on defense, they use their 3rd and final timeout. And now there will be no more timeouts for them to use the rest of the way. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Ray. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
We've reached a break, and Miami is holding onto the lead. They've done the work to build a nice cushion now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza.
Black 14, black 14.
Quick give. It's Jackson. Headed to the end zone, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Hurricanes!
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach, and that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. They marched 78 yards down the field, and the capper came on the run to the end zone from the 13.
Number 0, set to kick off.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. They tried to get the wall set up for him, not quite enough for the huge play, but a good job to give his offense some breathing room. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Here's a throw downfield late. Taken in by Smith on the right side. He's brought down, stopped right at the 50-yard line.
I know one of the things this offense takes a lot of pride in the passing game is they feel like they can attack every area of the field. They have success when they throw it outside, but they're really good throwing to the middle of the field too. Quarterback has confidence. There's really good timing in this passing game, and you saw it right there between the QB and his intended target, getting that big catch.
And a lot of times football, man, it's just about confidence and feeling good and getting in a rhythm. That's not what this offense has done all day. And now in a moment where you need it, you got to put it together. Where do they go? Like, who is their go-to guy? What is their go-to play? They've struggled all day, but you can erase all of that with one drive right here.
And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it, but you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback, and again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
And this is not decision time. This offense, it's green light the rest of the game. Down multiple possessions, got to go for it on 4th down. Probably had that in mind. It's a little shorter 4th down, but this offense has got to stay fast-paced and got to make some explosive plays.
Got to make the play on 4th. Makes the grab past the marker. They'll knock him down, but he moves the sticks, and the 4th down decision pays off big time.
Hey, I got to be honest. I don't know if the defense was expecting that type of throw on 4th down. It looked like they were all huddled close to the line of scrimmage.
Got it inside the 10. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Bobcats.
Number 0.
Well, the good news is you scored a touchdown, and you've made this a one-possession game. The bad news is you got to get the ball back. So if you're the head coach, you got to start thinking, how are we going to do that? Are we going onside kick, or do we trust our defense to give it back to the O?
Lining up for the PAT.
Is on for the extra point.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the score comes on a 35-yard pass for 6. Just over a minute to go, and if they have a chance, they've got to come up with this onside kick. And in that scramble, they're going to come out of there with the football, and they get the onside kick and take possession right back. The Bobcats offense comes out to go to work. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play. Back to pass on second down. Hit as he throws. Wide open downfield. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. And they spike it and get the clock stopped.
Man, this quarterback is going to have to be deadly accurate here in this 2-minute situation, right? And that's really what he's had to be all game long. He hasn't had a lot of yards because the coverage has just been so tight. He's had to be pinpoint perfect. It's been hard just to find completions, no doubt. That's going to be the same thing here in this 2-minute drive.
Back to throw, and he needs to make a play. Lets it fly. He's got an open man. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Now remember, no timeouts left here, so they've got to get lined up and spike the ball.
Yeah, great job getting the first down. Now get on the ball, spike it real quick, then we can get organized while the clock's not running.
They'll need a bunch on second down. Wants to pass, and he's got to make a play. Chunked it away just as he was hit. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. Just outside the red zone at the 21, but it's third and long. On the move. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2. The defense will use a timeout, and the clock is stopped with 24 seconds left.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They've finally forced the fourth down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big fourth down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
Man, that is a massive field goal. So much pressure on him with just a couple seconds left here in the game. He knocks it through the uprights. It looks like this thing's going into overtime as long as your defense does not completely screw this thing.
Number 0, set to kick this one away.
From inside the 10, here he comes. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down.
First and 10.
We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Direct snap. It's Johnson. Look out! They got him. Great pressure by this defense. The timeout stops the clock with 10 seconds to play.
Timeout, Miami.
And the Canes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Straight ahead, it's Jackson. Still on his feet at the 35. Oh, he's got some space. He's inside the 40. At the 20. Touchdown, Canes! On top, here in the fourth. Man, that was exhilarating, incredible game from start to finish, and I mean the very finish.
And you have to dial in at those moments, right? It's easier said than done. Oh, I'm going to call this, but in the clutch, when you need it the most, you got to put possessions together. You got to get in the end zone to come through. This offense has got to be jacked.
Looking back on it, too, was there ever any doubt that that was the guy they were going to go to when the game was on the line? This dude's been making plays all season long. You got to put the ball in the hands of your best playmakers in situations like that, and that's what they did.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.